Hi, I'm going to be going through the CSS Multiple Backgrounds by Amy Stores, but I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to everybody for all the help we give each other in the dev forum. It's extremely helpful, and I can't tell you guys how many times you help me get unstuck each week. So hopefully I can be a little bit of help to each of you as well. So multiple backgrounds, backgrounds can be layered on top of each other. When the first background you provide will be on top, and the last background listed will be in the back. So just know that only the last background can include a background color. The nice part is that the location of the image can either be a local file location or a URL for a web location. There are actually two ways to do the multiple backgrounds. The first is the long way, and the second is the shorthand way. So for the long way, you can actually use multiple different properties and specify a variety of items. Mostly what I used was just the background image, the position, the repeating, and the size. So the first example I found online I felt was quite helpful. They showed not just the image, but also the gradient, the repeat, and then of course the position. So here's the end result of that. They have the background and they've added the bubbles and then the Firefox logo in that bottom right hand corner. And going back just for 1 second, so if you notice the bubbles, because they really come through without anything else in the background, and that's mainly due to that gradient. So that just makes it a little bit more fun. So next is the shorthand way. So the shorthand way has a couple different things to it, but first is just how it's written. So you're just going to write your background, and then you're going to tell it all of the different properties that you want to set. And then you're going to do a comma, and you're going to move to the next image. One of the different caveats for this particular way of writing this is that a box value is present, then it sets both the background origin and the background clip to that same value. So you kind of have to be careful when writing the shorthand way. So here's just a quick online example of the shorthand way. So you'll see here the URL for the image itself, and it's a local location. They're centering on the bottom and they're not repeating it. And then we're moving directly to the next image, which is going to be on the top left and not going to be repeating. So here's the actual result of that. So we have our little sheep, and he's on top of our sky, and our grass are in the background. So for the long way, I just wanted to go through what I did, and we'll go through a short video. But I just have my long way with the background image. So here's my first image and my second, and I am referencing the web location for these. And then I changed the size on my first one to about 25% and the second one to 70%. So I'm not repeating them, and then I have their associated positions. So if I take that and move that to the shorthand way, I'm just directly showing the URL for the location of that image, telling it where to go on the page, and then not repeating it. And then directly comma and going into my next image. So here is what that end result would look like. So let me just go through the short tutorial that I did for that. Hi, for the demo we're going to look at the long version of the CSS multiple backgrounds. So as you can see in my HTML, we are still just referencing a style sheet just like we have been for the last few weeks. Now, in going to the CSS, you can see that we still have the width and the height that we're going to have. We are specifying a background image. So here I've been using the full URL for these two images that we're going to look at. And then I specified the size for each of these images. Keep in mind that they are listed from front to back, and then I'm not repeating either one. And then the first one is going to be centered on the bottom, and the second one on the right top. So then when we run this file, you can see that the larger image is at the 70% with the smaller image on top of it here. Now we could change the other options to this image, but I just wanted to do a quick demo of how it would look when we're putting multiple images for our background. And then to end, I just wanted to show you guys some of the references that I was able to find. There was so much information on multiple backgrounds because there's so much we can do with them. And I'm sure we'll be coming across them more in the next few weeks. So thank you very much for your time.